while Telemachus is far away, traveling among the kings of Greece in search of news about his father. The story finally returns to the place where Odysseus has been trapped for years, in a land that feels outside the world. Odysseus is not in Ithaca, he is not dead, and he is no longer wandering the sea like a restless castaway. Odysseus is a prisoner on the island of Ogygia, the home of Calypso, an island so perfect it seems unreal, and so distant from everything that it becomes a sentence. For a long time now, Odysseus has lived surrounded by abundance and beauty, yet the same wound continues to grow inside him. Odyssey is a paradise, and yet for a man like him it is also a prison, because this place is not home. And Calypso, even while offering Odysseus every form of comfort, cannot give him what he truly desires. The return, each day, Odysseus goes down to the shore and watches the sea. He watches it the way one watches a boundary, the way one watches fate. In that silence lies the exhaustion of a man who has fought, lost companions, endured storms and monsters, and now finds himself stopped motionless, consumed by waiting. Odysseus thinks of Ithaca, thinks of Penelope, thinks of Telemachus, who has grown up without him, and he feels time slipping through his hands. Calypso loves him. She loves him with the force of a goddess. With a feeling that does not know, she promises him peace. She promises him a life without hardship, even immortality. And for Calypso, the gift is sincere. She truly believes it is the answer to everything. But Odysseus belongs to a different law, human law made of memory, roots, duty, and a name that cannot be forgotten. And so, even on the most beautiful island in the world, Odysseus continues to want the same thing. To go home then one day. The air changes, not because a storm arrives, but because a god descends on the island. Hermes, the messenger of Olympus, comes with a lightness and speed that set him apart from all others. He carries an order from Zeus, and when Zeus speaks, even the gods listen. Hermes crosses Ogygia and reaches Calypso's cave. Inside, everything is harmony. The scent of the earth, soft light, clear springs, trees heavy with fruit. It is a place that seems made to erase war, pain, and fatigue, and to convince anyone who enters that the outside world never existed. Calypso welcomes Hermes with respect, and she understands at once that this message will change everything. Hermes speaks without hesitation. Zeus has decided that Odysseus must leave. The time has come to let him go. Ogygia can no longer hold him. Calypso falls silent for a moment, as if those words pass straight through her heart. Then she speaks, and her voice fills with bitterness. She says that gods judge with two different measures. She says that when a god falls in love with a mortal woman, Olympus looks away. But when a goddess binds herself to a man, that bond becomes a crime. It is a protest that cannot change the order, but it reveals how deeply Calypso is wounded. And yet Calypso knows that Zeus will cannot be broken. When Hermes leaves, the island becomes quiet again, but the silence carries a different weight. Calypso walks down to the shore and finds Odysseus where she always finds him, facing the sea, his gaze fixed on what he cannot reach. Calypso speaks to him. She tells him that Olympus has decided. She tells him he may leave. Odysseus remains still, as if for a moment he cannot believe the words. That desire has kept him alive for years, and now, at last, the path opens. Something flares inside him, but it is an emotion held deep and tight, almost painful. Because Odysseus knows the sea is waiting in. He knows Poseidon has not forgotten. Calypso, though forced to let him go, chooses to help him. She promises him wood, tools, food, and everything he needs to build a raft. Not a ship worthy of a king, but enough to leave Ogygia and attempt a return. And so Odysseus, after years of captivity, finally begins to build not only a raft, but his way home.